Hope y'all are having a great Saturday out there. You know, in life, one thing that, none of us are comfortable with, that we try to avoid, we try to reject, is pressure. Pressure, again, is uncomfortable. It's something we all face in every aspect of our life. You'll face it in your professional life. You'll face it, when trying to improve physically. You'll face it in relationships. People expecting things out of you. That's pressure. And that can go in your workplace. The company you work for expecting things out of you, putting pressure on you. Physical pressure when trying to level up physically. You're going to have physical pressure on you. In your relationships, things are going to be expected out of you as a man. I believe it's our area to provide, for our household, be an inspiration to those around us. That puts pressure on us as men, and the same go for women. I'm a man, so I try to speak from that point of view. But we have to get comfortable with pressure. We all hate pressure, and we've been having all these storms lately, and we're getting really, really busy in our company, which is, in return puts a lot of pressure on me. We're scheduled out like 4 weeks right now, doing 4 or 5 jobs a day. And we keep adding more, trying to catch up. Then we got these storms, and it's just pressure. But it's good. Pressure is good. Normally pressure means responsibility. And like I've talked about in the past, responsibility is a good thing. People don't want to deal with responsibility. They don't want that responsibility. But in our professional life, the more responsibility we take translate into normally financial growth. Where, if you're somewhere you don't want any responsibility at all, you don't want any pressure at all, like, man, I just want to sweep these floors and not have to talk to anybody, do my thing, throw away the trash and go home, and more power to you if that's something you love doing. But you're not going to be compensated financially. You're not going to grow financially because you don't have responsibility on you. You don't have pressure on you. So, and this kind of falls into, doing hard things, implementing hard things on ourselves, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. But pressure is a massive one, and it's like people have talked about in the past, pressure creates diamonds, and I truly believe that is the same for us as humans. The more pressure we can handle, and this could be good or bad pressure, if you can handle it, if you can overcome it, if you can get through it, you're going to come out a better individual, a stronger individual, a more sharpened individual, a more well-rounded individual. But we have to be comfortable with pressure, as uncomfortable as it is. And, pressure, it doesn't necessarily change. Like, it's not like you end up getting used to pressure, and maybe it does. I haven't felt that in my 8-year journey that I've been on so far, pushing myself and challenging myself. And like I talk about, you just learn how to deal with these things better. You learn how to handle these things better. But the pressure is just as uncomfortable on year 8 as it is year 1. And normally, like, I had pressure in year 1 on my journey when I was trying to, recreate myself, trying to, start a business up and change everything in my life for the better. And, those things that I felt as pressure on year 1, today, those things wouldn't bother me at all. But as I'm continuing to grow, continuing to level up, continuing to put more on my plate, I have, different forms of pressure where, we used to do 3 jobs a week. Now we're doing 20, 25 jobs a week. So there's, you know, a different form of pressure there, but it's a good pressure, and you should be constantly, you know, leveling up and having new pressure added to your life, you know, in every aspect of your life. You know, if you're not dealing with pressure at all, then you're not growing, you're being stagnant. So we have to be welcoming of pressure, as uncomfortable as it is. You know, that's going to help us grow. You know, in our professional life, the more pressure we feel, that normally means we're going to be, you know, financially compensated better because we're taking on more responsibility. And this goes, you know, across the board. If we're dealing with pressure, you know, that's giving you a chance. That means you're taking on more responsibility in your life, which is a good thing. That means you're growing, you're leveling up. So welcome pressure. You know, if you're continuously growing, continuously improving, you're going to forever have pressure on you. And, you know, the pressure doesn't get easier. You start again, you know, year 1 pressure compared to year 8 pressure. You know, those things at year 1, they don't affect me today, but, you know, I have higher pressures today. And on year 1, I would not have been able to handle the things I handle today if I did not go through these entire 8 years and overcome all the obstacles, deal with all the problems, deal with all the stress. I would not be able to handle what I can today. So, you know, you can't throw yourself in and think you're going to be able to handle, you know, what I handle at year 8, at year 1. You're going to have your own pressures, and don't, you know, feel bad about it. Like, man, this is something that's overwhelming me. I know this person, you know, would be able to deal with this easily. Be humble. It's okay. You know, there's things that, you know, may crush me that other people, it's, you know, no sweat off their back. You know, people that have been doing it for 20 years, 25 years. So we're all at different levels in our life. We're all going to deal with different pressure, but we should be continuously adding more and more pressure, more and more responsibility to us. And again, like those diamonds, the more pressure, you know, we handle in our life and we overcome, the greater version of ourselves we're going to be formed into, just like that diamond. But I hope this helps y'all take on more responsibility, take on more pressure. It's going to help you become that beautiful diamond. Have a great day.